Liverpool flew home to Merseyside on a high after completing their pre-season tour of the United States with an emphatic 3-0 victory over rivals Manchester United in South Carolina. Having already beaten Real Betis and Arsenal, Arne Slot's side made it 3 wins out of 3 in front of a crowd of 77,559 at Colombia's Williams-Brice Stadium. Their attacking fluency was eye-catching as Fabio Carvalho fired home the opener before Curtis Jones added the second. Kostas Tsimikas netted the third in the second half as Liverpool showed a clinical edge that United lacked. Slot's squad will reconvene at Kirkby on Tuesday when they will be boosted by the returns of Virgil van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Joe Gomez, Cody Gakpo, Diaz, Darwin Nunez and Alisson, who had been on an extended break after international duties. Gawain Pata has summarized for you. Is Fabio Carvalho playing his way into Slot's plans for this season? In the absences of Diaz and Gakpo, there has been a vacancy on the left of Slot's front three and Carvalho has done an excellent job of filling it. The 21-year-old enjoyed a confidence-boosting loan spell at Hull City in the second half of last season and returned to Merseyside this summer determined to catch Slot's eye. Carvalho has admitted he favors playing centrally, but with close friend Harvey Elliott flourishing in the number 10 role, he has embraced the challenge of operating out wide. Having scored against Arsenal in Philadelphia, he repeated the trick against United to get Liverpool off to a flyer. There was a touch of class from Carvalho when he latched onto a pass from Diogo Jota inside the box. The way he worked it onto his left foot completely outfoxed Casemiro, who could only watch as Carvalho kept his composure and drilled low past Andre Onana via a slight deflection. Carvalho's movement was intelligent as he repeatedly found pockets of space to operate. On the other flank, Mohamed Salah once again proved that he is energized after a decent break. The Egyptian created the only goal against Betis, scored the opener against Arsenal, and then coolly provided the assist for Jones to make it 2-0 against United. Salah's status isn't in doubt, but there remains a question mark over where Carvalho fits in, especially with Gakpo, Diaz, and Darwin Nunez returning to the fold. Liverpool have snubbed interest in the former Fulham Academy player this summer. On Sunday morning, The Athletic reported Southampton's offer of £15 million, $19.2 million, had been rejected, but it remains to be seen whether they get an offer they can't turn down. Carvalho has made it clear he wants to stay and play, and he couldn't have done much more to advance his claims. How much longer can Liverpool keep hold of the best number 2 around? Last season, Kevin Kelleher proved he is a Premier League quality goalkeeper. When Alisson was sidelined for 2.5 months by a hamstring injury, the Republic of Ireland international deputized brilliantly. By the end of the season, he had played 26 times for Liverpool in all competitions, more than in the 4 previous seasons combined. Kelleher relished the chance to showcase his talent more regularly and told The Athletic in late May, whether it's here at Liverpool or somewhere else, the next step is to be a number 1. The 25-year-old no longer wants to be a backup, but Liverpool's stance all summer has been that they don't want to sell and are planning for the new season with him on board. Kelleher, who has 2 years remaining on his contract, is valued from around £25 million to £30 million, but the club's resolve to keep him has yet to be properly tested. Previously, there has been interest from Nottingham Forest, Brentford, and Brighton, among others. With Alisson still on holiday following the Copa America, Kelleher has made a positive impression on Slot. Composed with the ball at his feet, he has launched some sweeping attacks. He has also pulled off exceptional saves and did brilliantly to keep United at bay during a very open first half. Mason Mount, Marcus Rashford, and Toby Collier were all thwarted by his athleticism and quick reflexes. Liverpool have got the best number 2 keeper around, but keeping hold of him is bound to become increasingly difficult. With Alisson's holidays over, the normal pecking order is set to be restored. Long-serving goalkeeping coach John Achterberg felt he had left behind the strongest goalkeeping department in the club's history when he walked away with Jurgen Klopp in May. Watching Vítězslav Jaros take over from Kelleher in the second half against United, it is hard to argue with that bold assessment. The 23-year-old Czech goalkeeper, whose development was aided by last season's loan stint with Austrian champion Sturm Graz, ensured that United could not launch a fight back as he produced fine saves to deny Scott McTominay and Ethan Wheatley. That's proper strength and depth. Will the rise of Connor Bradley influence where Slot plays Alexander-Arnold? There was a period midway through the second half when Bradley was the only Liverpool player still out there who had started the game against United. Dominic Szoboszlai didn't feature at all due to fatigue, while Alexis Mac Allister wasn't considered for selection, having only joined up with the squad in South Carolina the previous day. The humidity and the heavy pitch following thunderstorms ensured it was an energy-sapping night for those involved, but Bradley put in a tireless shift before being replaced by Luca Stevenson late on. The Northern Ireland international announced himself as a Liverpool player last season, making 23 appearances. He filled the void when Alexander-Arnold was sidelined by injury, and nothing seemed to faze him. Bradley provided a reminder of his qualities during the tour of the U.S. combative defensively and always eager to get forward. Some of his link-up play with Sulla was delightful against United. The 21-year-old was heavily involved in Liverpool's third goal. Ryan Gravenberch, who enjoyed a promising start to his preseason in a deep-lying midfield role, found Elliott, who fed Bradley on the right. Then came the change of pace and urgency as Bradley exchanged passes with Sulla, burst into the box, and cut it back to Hoda. His shot was parried, but Tsimikas was on hand to convert the rebound. It will be intriguing to see where Slot decides that Alexander-Arnold's skill set is best utilized. With Bradley such a dynamic option at right back, it adds weight to the argument of playing Alexander-Arnold in midfield.